All right, we teased it a little bit. Let's start with Mackenzie Mgbako and Derrion Reid. And from what I've heard, and you correct me if I'm wrong on this one, I've heard that talking about them in the same sentence probably makes the most sense with where their recruitment stands at this point out of the portal. Tell me whether or not you think that is an accurate sentiment.
Yeah, I mean, I think NC State and Will Wade lead for both of those guys, for Mackenzie Mgbako and Derrion Reid. But again, I think it's early for Derrion right now. Mgbako, I thought it was close. These things change daily because, again, agents are looking for leverage. They're adding schools. Schools miss on guys, and then they move down their lists, and they increase their offers. They're keeping guys warm. So, it's always hard now. It's hard to report on this. And my daughter obviously covers, as you know, Rob, women's college basketball. And I kind of tell her that too. Like, the times have changed. You can put something out that you think is accurate today and it changes. And you look like a jackass because you say, like, guys expected to commit, whatever, but the number can change. You can be flipped easily right now. I mean, again, look at, and we'll talk about Trace and Eagle staff here in a little while, but guys getting flipped. We saw it in football, college football, with the Tennessee quarterback and what happens there, looking for more money.
Jeff?
What's that?
What's his name?
I have no idea. I can't remember his name. What's his name?
Nico. Can you say his last name?
Harrison.
I am not going to be able to pronounce it.
I know one Nico right now, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, even if schools think something is done right now, it is not always done because contractually, all these contracts are different. I would love next year a standard contract, especially when the schools are involved with rev share. It'll be different. There'll be more protection for the school than there is with these collectives. But I think right now it's such a shit show because all these contracts are all over the place and there's not a lot of protection for the schools, far more protection for the players who can just pick up and leave if they feel like the situation isn't right, if they feel like there's more money out there for them. So anyway, sorry to get off track, but Mgbako, I think it's opening up a little bit right now before it closes. I still think NC State is the favorite, and Will Wade's got a strong-ass offer out there for him, for sure. And then I think certainly with Derrion Reid, I'll give you a few more schools that my sources say that you want to watch out for Derrion Reid, who, by the way, like, to me, I think he's one of those difference makers right now. I mean, he played a role. He was hurt at Alabama, but I love Derrion Reid. I love him because I think he's that interchangeable wing forward who can guard a lot of positions and is versatile offensively. So I would say NC State, Oklahoma, Georgetown, and Ole Miss. Those are 4 teams to keep your eye on right now with Derrion Reid, according to my sources.
I think that's the first time in history a student going to Ole Miss and a student going to Georgetown has been on the same list. Same list. I would love to see both of those guys at NC State because I think they both really fit the style that Will Wade would want to play. And you put them with a Trey Holloman, who, by the way, like, perfect kind of a point guard for a Will Wade program. Yeah. Allen Breed and Kadir Copeland. I think there's Will's still got a lot of work to do in terms of filling out that roster, but I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited if he can get Mgbako and Derrion Reid. Suddenly it's kind of filling out real nice, and I think there's a 0% chance that he could end up being pulling a Pat Kelsey or pulling a Mark Pope this year.